Next, St. Pete City Council pushes up their vote on the Rays Stadium money to tomorrow.
It's as if the city is trying to slide this by. This impugns the trust in the way the city is moving forward.
The questions those who oppose the deal want answered next.
Right now, breaking news on News Channel 8.
And we begin tonight with a shooting investigation in St. Pete. Good evening, I'm Jennifer Lee.
Hey, and I'm Josh Benson. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. It happened near Crafty Crabs Parker. Marilyn, what do we know at this hour?
Well, the police are still on scene here, and about an hour ago, the police let us know that the shooter in this case was still here with officers as well, but not sure if that's changed since then. But we have seen some cars come and go. Police said there was a fight at a car and a young man was shot. They say he's at the hospital, but they don't know his condition just yet. Police have had the road blocked off for several hours, and crime scene tape covers the front of the building. We've also seen officers speaking with people on the inside of the Crafty Crab restaurant and bar. Obviously, still trying to put pieces of this investigation together. Now, I did speak with a manager here at the Buffalo Wild Wings, which is right across the street. He told me that he was standing outside when he heard 2 gunshots, and then about 15 minutes later, he says he started to see the police presence. So this is an active investigation with St. Pete PD. We'll keep you updated with more information once it becomes available. We're live in St. Pete tonight. Marilyn Parker, 8 on your side.
Thank you, Marilyn. Tonight, school zone safety is top of mind in a Manatee County community. A little boy was hit by a car in Bradenton this morning as he got off the school bus. He's going to be okay, but as News Channel 8's Nicole Rogers tells us, his close call spotlights a much larger problem.
Well, tomorrow morning won't be as cold as this morning.
Rebecca Berry joins us right now. Rebecca, we're inching closer to temperatures that a lot of people, yourself included, will enjoy.
Indeed. We are looking forward to slightly warmer temperatures tomorrow morning and much warmer temperatures after the weekend. And so right now we're down to 52. Not too bad. We're looking over our Veterans Ford camera. It's jacket weather out there, but it's nothing like some of the sub-freezing temperatures we woke up to across the Nature Coast. Here's the weather set up right now. We've got high pressure over us. That's keeping our skies clear and everything nice and quiet, but there is a weak cold front that's going to be dipping down through the southeast, and it'll bring us clouds and maybe a few showers and cooler temperatures by Friday. It's kind of a speed bump on our way to warming up because it's just a day and a night of cooler temperatures before we continue that warm up. And so here's what we're working down to right now. We are in the chilly upper 30s in Crystal River already, 41 in Brooksville, 47 in Zephyr Hills, 54 in Tampa and Lakewood Ranch, and 55 in Sarasota right now. Temperatures continuing to trend down. We should get into the upper 40s and low 50s in Tampa with a nice warm up on the way once the sun rises tomorrow morning. But this is what you're waking up to in your neighborhood. 30s and 40s across the Nature Coast, mid 40s Wesley Chapels line. We'll take a look at that weekend warm up and how nice it's going to get coming up next.
All right, thanks for that. Some of the residents of Ridge Manor in Hernando County feel like they have been forgotten. More than 2 months after Hurricane Milton, there is still floodwater covering some streets. Some homeowners say they still don't have electricity. Mail service on some streets just resumed yesterday, but still residents there say they are not getting the help that they need.
I think a lot of the state has forgotten about us. I think a lot of the bigger companies out there are just looking for the great money grab, and those that really need the help, they're just ignoring us altogether.
8 on Your Side has reached out to the Withlacoochee Electric Company to find out why some residents say they still don't have power. They tell us they will look into the issues in that neighborhood. And in Pasco County, an Army veteran's home in Pasco County still in shambles following the back-to-back storms. He says it's why he had to turn his driveway into a makeshift home. Bobby Reedy says despite frequent calls to FEMA, his Milton claim remained in progress for 8 weeks, but after reaching out to 8 on Your Side, he is finally getting some answers. He received a call from FEMA, and that's when everything changed.
I actually got an email saying that there was money in my account from FEMA, so I checked my bank, and it was $4,809.70.
With help from FEMA, Reedy now has temporary housing, but says he's still waiting for his claim from Helene to be addressed.
The state fire marshal is investigating the cause of a deadly motel fire after no smoke alarms, fire alarms, or sprinklers activated. 13 fire units responded to the Baymont by Wyndham, Sarasota along South Tamiami died. Battalion Chief Stephen Rose says when crews arrived, fire protection measures at the motel were not on.
There were no smoke alarms activated. There were no fire alarms or sprinkler systems or protection systems activated as a result of this fire. So when the crews arrived on scene, they were the first mitigating factor on scene.
We have reached out to the parent company of this motel to see why smoke detectors and other fire safety measures were not activated. We are still waiting to hear back from them.
The trial in the death of a teenager at Icon Park will begin tomorrow. 2 years ago, 14-year-old Tyree Sampson fell midair from the 430-foot free fall ride at Icon Park. 2 seats had been adjusted to handle the teen's large size, but were not fastened tightly enough. During the trial, the family wants to prove the ride manufacturer and inspection firm were negligent in the Orlando incident. Since the incident, the ride has been demolished.
Tonight, opponents of the new Rays Stadium proposal are upset about a new move by St. Pete City Council. The city made a late addition to the agenda for tomorrow's meeting to vote on paying about $290 million in stadium bonds. News Channel 8's Marilyn Parker has that story. The group No Home Run is planning to protest at City Hall tomorrow at noon. The City Council meeting starts at 1:30.
New at 11, a historic moment for Bitcoin as the price of one Bitcoin now stands at more than $100,000. This is the first time it's reached the $100,000 mark since the presidential election. The price of Bitcoin has surged more than 45%. However, cryptocurrencies remain controversial to some, as the FBI say they're responsible for the rise in cybercrime and scams, resulting in billions of dollars in consumer losses last year.
WFLA's Kindness Day kicks off Friday, and we need your help to make sure families across the Bay Area have what they need this holiday season. Some teddy bears. You can also donate blood. Kindness Day will be right outside our studios at 200 South Parker Street in downtown Tampa. It is open from 6 a.m. until 5 p.m.
Well, still had a family who filed an insurance claim after the recent hurricane says they were initially denied.
Their company said part of their living room was actually a basement. Shannon Bankin knew that didn't sound right, so she got to work, and tonight she's getting results.
You're watching News Channel 8 at 11, Tampa Bay's most watched 11 p.m. newscast.
Have you been in an auto accident? You need help fast. Call 1-800-ASK-GARY, even from the scene, your free 24/7 auto accident helpline.
This holiday season, join us for News Channel 8's Kindness Day on December 6th and give the gift of life, hope, and happiness. Together, let's help children in the Tampa Bay area by donating new unwrapped toys, teddy bears, non-perishable food, school supplies, and the gift of life, a blood donation. To donate, simply drive through News Channel 8's parking lot and drop off your donation.
Thank you.
For your act of kindness, you'll receive a goodie bag from our community partners. Kindness Day, brought to you by these generous sponsors.
Better Call Bankin is getting results for a town and country couple. Their insurance company declared their living room a basement and denied part of their hurricane claim. Tonight, a manhunt is underway in New York after a gunman shot and killed the CEO of a major health insurance company early this morning. It happened in Midtown outside of the Hilton Hotel. Officials say the shooter shot United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson in the back and the leg shortly before he was attending an investor conference at the hotel. $1,000 reward for information that leads to that shooter.
The search for a missing Pittsburgh area grandmother believed to have fallen into a sinkhole is now considered a recovery mission. 64-year-old Elizabeth Pollard disappeared yesterday around 5 p.m. while looking for her cat. Her 5-year-old granddaughter was found by police in her vehicle about 10 hours later. She was unharmed. It's believed Pollard fell into a huge sinkhole. Officials say they moved from rescue to recovery because the underground structure is becoming compromised. Some areas started to collapse and decay. Police will continue that recovery effort in the morning.
With his pick for defense secretary running into roadblocks, President-elect Trump may be weighing other options.
Governor Ron DeSantis could be in contention for the top Pentagon job, but he's not the only one. And the president-elect's current selection, Pete Hegseth, is not going down without a fight. NBC's Alice Barr is in Washington with the latest.
The Supreme Court is tackling the issue of gender-affirming care for minors today with whether states can restrict such procedures. Justices dove into the culture war issued today as they heard oral arguments considering a challenge to Tennessee's Republican-backed ban on gender-affirming medical care for transgender minors. Now, the case was brought by the Biden administration as well as transgender teens and their families against the recently enacted law. No matter how the court rules in this case, it will have a broad impact as more than 20 other states have passed similar laws to Tennessee's. A rule is expected by the end of June.
Well, you may be cold here in Florida, but at least you're not in North Dakota. Take a look at just how snowy conditions are there. A powerful Arctic front hit the state, bringing strong winds, temperatures.
I have two nieces who go to UND, and they said it is unbelievable there. The 50-mile-an-hour winds, I think, blizzard, just a mess.
So do they hate you right now when you're like, ooh,
Well,
it was like in the
hey,
60s
come to Florida.
today.
You know, you could be a Knoll, you could go down.
Yeah,
UF is
come on
great.
down.
Come
It's
down.
your
There's
choice.
Plenty of college
I told
options
my
down
nieces
here.
and nephews too, because they're applying to like Appalachian State. I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, we have colleges down here in sunny
There's
Florida.
no snowstorm. You got hurricanes, but there's no snowstorms.
Well,
down
I mean, for college kids, just head to the mountains and go skiing
That's
or something
right.
for fun.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't care.
Well, nothing like that here.
No, and it's warming up.
Yeah.
That's the good news.
Yes, we are on our warming trend. We're not getting as cold tonight as we were last night, but we do have a speed bump on the road to warm up, and that's Friday into Saturday. And so Friday will be cloudy and cool as a weak front's pushing through, even a small chance for a stray shower. And that does cool us down as we head into Saturday morning, but then we're right back on the warming trend. I'll show you what we mean. Right now, we're sitting at 55. This time last night, we were already in the 40s and headed down to 40 degrees for an overnight low. We've got high pressure keeping us nice and quiet tomorrow. Lighter winds, sunny skies, warmer temperatures, but it does start to get a little cloudy tomorrow night, and that's ahead of this weak front that's kind of diving down through the southeast with a little bit of rain out in front of it. We're just going to see the tail end of this rain, and so it's not going to amount to much across our area, and the timing looks like 1 to 4 a.m. on Friday morning. So most of us are going to sleep through any chances for rain anyway. There are no big chances, but any chances for rain anyway. Most of us are going to be sleeping through Friday morning, but it's the clouds and slightly cooler temperatures that make it a little bit of a different day on Friday, not nearly as warm or pleasant. But tonight we're headed down to 50. That's about 10 degrees warmer than we were last night. It's chilly but not as cold, and we've got a nice clear sky and lighter winds. And so after the chilly start tomorrow, we warm up really nicely. We're talking low 70s with sunshine and lighter winds. The front pushes through early Friday morning, and that leaves us pretty cloudy during the day on Friday. We can't rule out a quick passing light shower, and temperatures will only make it into the 60s. And so to go from sunny and in the 70s on Thursday to cloudy and cool and in the 60s on Friday, it's going to feel like a completely different day. That does push through Friday night, and we start to clear out, but we do wake up in the chilly 40s, mid 40s on Saturday morning. That's the speed Sunday afternoon into those Saturday into those low 70s, but by Sunday afternoon it's a much warmer day. We're talking mid 70s Sunday afternoon. Now in this quieter and warmer weather pattern, we will be a little bit more prone to fog, and that will continue into Monday and Tuesday morning as well. And Monday and Tuesday we start to make it into the upper 70s, even some low 80s, and about when it gets perfect in those low 80s, here comes the next front with some chances for rain right in the middle of next week. And so overnight lows a little on the chilly side for the next couple of days. There's that speed bump in our cooling down, and then we do warm up into those mid 60s by Monday and Tuesday of next week. And here's your afternoon highs: 73 tomorrow, 68 on Friday, low 70s on Saturday, mid 70s on Sunday, and in those upper 70s and low 80s on Monday and Tuesday. Here's how it looks on your 8-day forecast, looking really nice for the beginning of next week. Next front and big chances for rain arrive on Wednesday.
All right, thanks for that. Coming up next in sports, help has arrived for the Bucs' injured defensive backfield.
Head coach Todd Bowles tells us why two familiar names are back.
Stay ahead of severe weather. Download the Max Defender 8 app now. Max Defender 8, the most accurate weather radar in Florida.
Well, Bucs running back Bucky Irving has earned more plays, more crowds chanting his name, and now he's the NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Bucky's 185 total yards against the Carolina Panthers has helped to boost the Bucs run game into 8th per game.
Yes, factory.
Congratulations to all every high school in the Bay Area had somebody going somewhere today, and that's
so great.
A day they'll never forget.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Big futures.
All
All right, thanks for that. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
During the last 5 years here at News Channel 8, I've tracked some intense weather. And as your morning meteorologist, I promise to deliver an accurate forecast you can trust.
Amanda Holly joins Avery, Chris, and Deanne on News Channel 8 today.
It's still jacket weather, but it's about 10 degrees warmer than it was this morning. We're waking up at 50 degrees when the sun rises at 7:07.
All right, a Tampa landmark is set to get a $10 million facelift after being closed for years.
Today, city and county leaders announced plans to recreate Mosey's IMAX Dome Theater into one of the largest digital planetariums in the country. The new dome will feature new technology that transforms it into an immersive experience, and that new theater is set to open early next year.
That is a cool place. Check it
Very
out if you haven't already. Thanks for being with us. Jimmy Fallon is next.
We'll see you back here tomorrow night at 11. Have a great night.